Well, having this film finally finished after a year's worth of 12-hour days consistently and all the different obstacles that we had to overcome is a great feeling of relief. It was an honor to work with everybody that was involved with the project, and to have the finished product and to see people's reaction, while they're watching it, or to hear what they thought of it when it's done, has been pretty rewarding, because one of our main objectives was to clear up any false perceptions about Freemasonry and what Freemasons do, and although it's a fictional story, it is filled with a lot of authenticity, and I think Freemasons around the world are really going to enjoy watching it over and over and seeing all of the hidden symbolism that is intertwined with really complex aspects of Freemasonry.
And these other pathways, are those the secrets you keep from the outsiders?
There are many pathways to knowledge.
But if the purpose is to make men better, then why not make it available for everyone?
They are. There are a lot of things that we can tell the public and that are not breaking any of our oaths, and no film has ever tried to do that. And so I wanted the audience to see the most they possibly could when it comes to a Masonic initiation, other aspects of Masonry that are normally kept secret and are just known amongst Masons, but I knew exactly where that line was. I've been a Freemason for a long time, and it was really unique and tough challenge to find that line of where I have gone too far and where I hadn't gone far enough. And just to be extra safe, I sent the movie to some of the top Freemasons in the country and the world just to get their opinion, and every single one of them said that it was perfect. I feel like all of the time and preparation and planning that me and the screenwriter put into it is really going to give the audience a close look inside of Masonry, and it's going to be more than they've ever read about or seen or anything. So when it comes to the production of the film, I've produced two feature films before this one, so I had a pretty good idea of the process and the steps that you have to take. As we started getting closer and closer to our shooting date, I really wanted Sean to be in the film, but we were not able to get the script in his hands. It was difficult. So we had a lot of other high caliber actors that we could have used and that we were going to have for backups, but at the very last minute, Sean finally read the script on a Friday and then called back on a Monday and said that he was willing to do it. We started shooting in April and we finished the movie in 12 days. And when I tell people that, most of them think that movies take months and months and years of shooting, and sometimes they do if it's a big $100 million Hollywood movie. Freemason was not a perfectly executed film by any means. There were just a lot of things that happened, and they ended up working out great, because once Sean got on the set, he started coming up with all these scenes. He would write out the scene within an hour or two, and then we were shooting it. And there's about 5 scenes in the movie that were not even in the script. I'll never forget, we shot one of those scenes. Sean had just written it about 2 hours before that. We had no idea we were going to shoot it. And when we got done, the director of photography, his name is Thor Wixom, so he kind of looked over at me and he said, "That's my favorite scene in the movie now." And when we look back on it, it really is a critical scene that ties kind of the beginning of the movie to the end.
So we're looking for somebody who knows the secret of how to build a city.
No. Not just a city. A fortress. He who builds the wall protects the gold.
Me and 2 other editors jumped onto the project right after we finished and started editing the film. Most people don't understand how important the editing is, because I didn't, but it really is one of the most important factors in the final feature. And within about 3 months we had a finished product, and by the time it had been 4 months we had it rated PG-13. We had it color corrected, we had the sound perfect, and so the time that it took to make the movie was about 5 months, and it was ready to go.
The all-seeing eye, it's symbolic of the eye of God. It represents his divine watchfulness, his eternal care over the universe. Now, both the Hebrews and the Egyptians, we believe, derived their use of the Masonic eye from the natural inclination of the formative mind to take a human organ and to assign it as a symbol of its closest matching function. For instance, the foot denotes swiftness, the arm, strength, the hand, fidelity.
Some of these symbols that we use as Freemasons, other people have used them for nefarious purposes. People who are into the occult have borrowed these symbols from Freemasonry. Things like the inverted pentagram. They didn't come up with those symbols. They stole them and then attached a new representation to them. A lot of people think that Freemasons influence things for the worst, and what I'm telling you is that I've never seen any evidence of that. I've only seen positive actions. If we just look at what Freemasonry has already accomplished, it has made good men better, which is basically the motto. It just helps enhance your life, and it helps you actually learn how to help others. And I think that a lot of people recognize that the Freemasons have a lot of influence. The impact that Freemasonry has had on the globe is immeasurable, because we just don't know. And there's so many Freemasons out there who donate millions and millions of dollars, thousands of hours of time, and they never tell anyone. They never ask for any special credit or recognition. This film really portrays the reality of Freemasonry, not the assumption or the speculative, aspect of it. And that's really what makes this such a grounded, murder mystery thriller. So I hope that you'll check out the movie. If you have any questions, go to our website. It's thefreemasonmovie.com, and we look forward to hearing from you, and thanks for watching.